But you've lost a member as well, and you know, Anthony, who's you know, he's your brother. I've not lost him. You know, he's in LA. Anthony's in LA. He's not dead.
It's actually the same thing, being in LA.
Hot and sunny all the time.
We get postcards now and again.
So, you know, but you know, because I have this, my perception, and you know, I could be completely wrong on this, but Anthony brought a goofiness to Spacehog that, you know, I never quite got it. I know that people did, and you know, it's personal preference. How different has it been making this record without a member who brings a certain dynamic to it? With, I'm guessing, you know, as Timo played on.
No, well, Anthony did actually play on the record.
Oh, did he? Right.
Yeah,
okay.
like maybe half of it. He kind of was getting out the door as we were kind of, you know, getting halfway through. However, you know, I think Anthony's changed too. But yeah, that goofy thing, to be honest, I mean, it was always a bit of a struggle for me, being a part of that. And I think it definitely brought an immediacy to the band, you know, when we started off particularly, that was very marketable and very, you know, people responded to it immediately. It was a poppy thing. And, you know, I think it was always you know, part of the push and pull of our creative process with Anthony and I. But whether or not that's something that's relevant today for us, not that we're, you know, I mean, I like a good joke just like anybody else, and you know, but it's a very difficult thing in music to be kind of quirky. And also be serious, you know. And I think, you know, sometimes you can use humour as a vehicle toward getting your point across, and other times it's a distraction. And I don't know whether it ever was a distraction for us as such. It just was what we were and what we were doing then, you know. But I think it's relevant to now that's, you know, it's not as important at this stage, you know, to me personally.
The thing I like about what we do here is I don't prepare any questions at all. So I have these little gaps where, for some people, it might be quite uncomfortable. And if you are feeling uncomfortable now, be all right inside yourself with that. It's all right. 'Cause it is all right sometimes to be uncomfortable, isn't it?
It feels uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable feels.
It feels uncomfortable.
Yeah. But uncomfortable's okay. I mean, you know, we're all looking for a place in the world. You know, we're all looking for our space in the world, aren't we? And discomfort is one of the things that sometimes we have to feel in order to be able to transcend that feeling. It's not going anywhere. You know, it's not a trick question. You know, it's conversational.
Well, I mean, I think we do, but we don't have to.
No, we don't have to.
Yeah, it's a choice.
Of course, moment by moment.
Yeah.
Shall I have a drink?
Yeah.
Shall I not?
Yeah.
Moment by moment.
But silence doesn't have to be uncomfortable. It's
Not at all, no.
Yeah,
No. And I am certainly not uncomfortable.
in this context, it could get uncomfortable depending on how long.
For whom?
Well, that's a good question. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Not for you, obviously.
No.
Me neither, actually.
No, but that's good.
I'm happy to just sit here if you want. Yeah.
How do you think having a charitable cause like something that could be perceived as kooky as the David Lynch Foundation and Transcendental Meditation, how much do you think it informed people to get on board with pledging money? Because, you know, from what I understand, it was a really, really successful pledge.com. You know, you reach your target really quickly, right?
I think it's, well, I know I can speak for myself only on this one, and if I truly feel as though I'm being charitable, it feels good. I feel good because it stops me having to worry about the silence or the cogs turning. You know what I mean? It puts me in front of that, and that helps. So I think people resonate with that, you know, en masse, and you know, I think in part that was a big reason why it was so successful.
When we do these, typically we have a little, you know, we get people to throw questions in. So yeah, now's a good thing, and then we can see where it goes. So has anybody got any questions that they'd like to ask? Somebody over there.
She wants to know where Johnny's baby is.
Oh, I left her at the bus stop. Sorry.
Inside the globe there.
Oh, she's with Chris's wife actually tonight, so that we could do this. If I'd have known, I'd have brought her.
The great thing about being a father is, for me, one of the great things is having that ability to kind of do over again your own childhood and your own, you know, perception of that. And for me, with my son, you know, he's naturally gifted when it comes to music, and you know, he really gets it. I had, you know, his granddad on his maternal side called me the other day, and he said, has he got it? Has he got it? You know, and I said, yeah, he's got it. He can, you know, he really can. He can sing great, and he plays the keyboards really well. So really, I mean, he's his own being, and getting to see him do his own thing is really, I don't know, it's mind-blowing, really, to think, you know, here's this, you know, a little part of, you know, my, I don't know, extended consciousness in the form of my son, being a force unto himself, you know, and I don't know where it's going to go for him, but it's nice to be around. It's you know, it's light, and it's fun, and it's full of wonder. It's great. Yeah.
All girls. Somebody told me that it was karmic punishment for all the horrible things I've done to women on the road over the years. Pardon? Well, I've got a 15-year-old, and she does play a little bit, but I wouldn't call her, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me saying this, like a natural musician. She really loves it, and she's immersed in it, and she knows what she likes, and she can play, and she plays a little guitar and keyboards, and she composes on GarageBand, and she sings, she watches all the shows, and she likes all the bands. But, you know, not to be all comparative, and not that I was like a model, you know, would-be musician or student, but I know that I was playing and very active when I was a little younger than her, and she's 15, and I think that she's really into fashion, actually. And my fiancé is in fashion, so she has a great mentor there, and that seems to be the trajectory that she's going in. And quite frankly, the way the music business is going right now, I fully support that trajectory, because it's really quite tough for musicians these days, young musicians such as ourselves, everybody right across the board. It's a changing industry, as I'm sure we all know. It's very different from how it was when we started.
What is better than being an A-list rock star?
Well, you know, I think it depends on the rock star and their relationship to their rock stardom, really.
Okay, so, you know, example.
Well, a lot of them die, you know.
Yeah, but okay, then what about Macca? Oh, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know Macca, don't you? You met him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Paul McCartney is, I don't know.
He's like a god, isn't he? In the kind of, if we're doing stratas of rock stardom, Paul's up there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Paul McCartney, you know, and he knows it. He's written some great songs, and he's a Beatle. So I don't know. But I don't know. He still deals with the same thing that you deal with, in terms of the big existential questions that we can't really answer, or that I wouldn't try and dream of getting into in this kind of format. But it's a journey for anybody, and I really consider myself really lucky, and well, maybe not lucky, just it's just my experience, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful I'm still here, because some people aren't, and there are those pitfalls, and believe you me, I think I've come pretty close to my own flirtations with those. So yeah, it's a long road, really. I think. Didn't somebody say that? It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. AC/DC. Yeah.
When I dream of you.